Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thanks for joining. Thanks for tuning in again to another one. This is the final day and the final events coming up, the 200 meters. Yes, they're going to be a crack up and you can't afford to miss it. If you miss it, I have to give you an update. I'm no one to give you an update. Just come over. So we now have to give you an update. See it? Share. Tell a friend to tell a friend about us. Remember, big up to the people on Facebook. Big up Facebook. Onika is in the building. Marcia Gonzel is in the building. Melissa Williams is in the building. Asian Fearley is in the building. Hey, want to hear Orlando say?
Always afraid to start second, because I always got first. Initially coming to the race, I was saying that I need to run our personal best to actually win. So, I was coming out as a baby. That was a mindset. Because I know where I'm at in my training, and I know that early part of my season was really the best. I didn't really get to show it in the Grand Slam as I would have liked. But I just put that to the side. Lock in my focus and let's get grinding.
You said at Grand Slam that you're on, it's not regular, it starts so early.
Yeah.
How did you turn things around to ensure that you peaked right here?
Not disrespecting Grand Slam, but it was more like just a challenge to me, to be honest, because when you force your body out of what you're used to, it tends to end up in injuries. And I don't really want certain injuries to catch me. So, I just told my coach, let's just train, see if we can run as best as we can. I was working on some injuries as well, so I just did my best.
What do you do from now to get to the Worlds all the way in September to get on the podium?
First of all, hit the circuit, go to Europe. I just have to taper back down. It's all the way in September. So all the adrenaline, all the rush has to just go away tonight. And Monday morning back to work. Straight focus.
You made the final last year
in
Paris. You missed out. You ran maybe your best race in the semi-final. How do you zone in to ensure that you deliver your best when it really matters this year?
It's all about repetition, doing something at high intensity back to back. So as I said, just keep working, and God always has it in his hands. So I'll just see what happens.
All right. Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah, you hear that?
New national
God centered. So here one of people. Brad Bell in a problem.
Information about Rashid Broadbell. He fell over the hurdles while warming up and
That's a fun fact. The fun fact is the two shortest won the female and the male hurdles. Yeah, so Brad Bell fell and got a cut. So Devonta Davis, move. Oh, switch. In good, man. In good way in there. The top three good enough. They are just going to be an addition to Daniel Williams. Why them always put that Masters money for run and they know them are going to win? You notice you feel depleted.
200-meter run. Then we see lanes 1, 4.
That man is always the night and a win.
Bailey.
Nobody can run less him.
Which one?
Yeah, man, we're there. Who now carry for the 200 meters?
Yeah.
I'm going to do a poll. You want Ogilvy, man, win by a city block. Me, I want to have that brother I used to do tracks. He used to do tracks before. Can we not hear about him? The last time him run, I push up him out there, you know. All right, so I put up the poll, the people. Yeah, I put up the poll. I did that talk. Sorry. So that's the female one. We now put up the male one until the female one finish.
You have to run. Setting the blocks is important, making sure you're ready. So just getting the last minute jitters out, getting yourselves prepared.
Yeah, they normally carry a reserve for early, yeah. Melissa Williams used to do tracks in her people, so she know what she has to, man. Jana Boy, Smith, and Melissa Williams, me know her as.
See the juniors, girls, and boys.
Where Paul say, man? Well, now what kind of rookie mistake that?
We're not going to get the women's equivalent of this event. So no women's international 200 meters. So
how many are we tonight?
men's international straight into the
Women?
finals
Yeah.
for this.
They must have been not getting one 200 meter.
International.
No Darian
Sticky, no people. 200 meter is sticky because I leave out Naisha Berger. Naisha Berger, I leave her out.
Yeah, you guys have mentioned it multiple times. Just it's so good to have these international races. It's important to present them on the global stage as we get ready. The men's 200 meter international race.
4 competitors getting ready to be locked in battle from lanes 3 through to 7. Set. They're in the set position now, and they are out and about. Clean start this time. Spirit, John, Cordova, off the top end, into the home stretch. Cordova and Spirit. Cordova and Spirit. Cordova gets there 21 seconds flat. Darian Skerritt, the official time for Cordova, 21.03. Second in 21.22 was Deshaun Gordon.
Boy, man, tell her.
So we're seeing these athletes are, as mentioned earlier, are not Jamaican.
Who is the winner?
We are accommodating them
That do there.
because they don't.
No, I don't know that name, the Northover.
I'm not more.
Two relative athletes in this one. As we see the line,
Yeah. Browning Jones, big up yourself. Welcome. I am not sure what will be happening, but definitely it would be good if she get a shoe sponsor. Pastor Blake, big up yourself, Pastor Blake, you should not stay away this long enough. The people will like what they're about to the pastor. You need to be on the show. Tell me if you want the link, Pastor, so we can give you the link, Pastor. Talk up to me. Let me not tell him, man, big boy stress me out for real, man. After me done for the big boy for winning up. But he stressed me out with that idiot run the way he make. Latoya Baker, that is not true. That Daniel Williams is the reigning champion. She didn't even have to come to the trials. Daniel, 4 hurdlers were sent. Daniel Williams is the reigning champion. She didn't even have to run at the trials. So we are sending 4 hurdlers to the championship. Pastor, let me drop the link then, Pastor. Shem, what you say, I join? Pastor, big up yourself, you know. Welcome. Where you deal with?
Athletes from Francis Davis actually getting the recognition that
Pastor.
Based on the hard
Pastor Freeze. Oh, Pastor, I never hear you. Pastor, I not hear you.
I'm not hearing any sound. Are you hearing me?
No, Akeem Blake doesn't have a buy either, people. They changed it. They changed it. I don't know why. So the Diamond League winner for last year will not get the buy. Only the Diamond winners for this year will get the buy.
All the other athletes are there, so 7 athletes line up in this. And here,
all right, Shem, we hear your principal. Pastor, what's up?
Lane 5, Mirage lane 6, Walker lane 7, Collins lane number 8.
Pastor, look, I have to go jump off and jump on back, you know. Because we're not here. We hear like a fan breeze that blow past, but we're not hear nothing past that. So the boys under 17, 200 meters on track. So we have a 200 meter by, we have a 400 meter by, we have a hurdles by.
Coach, are you hearing me?
Yeah, me I'm hearing now, Pastor. Yeah, Pastor, me I hear now. So we have the
Get his first under 18 win. In this
Collins in lane 8, I think perfectly in for him. Very fast.
the camper down man
10:41 and 100.
taking the win 21-16. Kingston College Kyle Bowden 21-38. Oakwood Technical Jaden Collins 21-40. That's how it finished the top 3.
I'm not understanding why my headset is not
You're not hearing me, Pastor?
not through my headset. It's not pairing.
Oh.
I don't know what is its issue. Let me see what is going on here. All right, let me check out and check back in, Coach.
All right. All right, let me check the poll. Ashanti Moore seem to be leading the poll right now. What Ashanti Moore by a city block? What? Ashanti Moore is leading the poll for the winner. We soon close out the poll and put up the men's poll. People, remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Like the video, people. Like the video. Does anyone know who, why more top champs athletes don't run at the junior trials? No, I don't know.
Mirage 21.16. Nice.
No, man. Pastor nice up a show one night at Rob Smith. What you talk say? If you have urban athletics up here, so we don't want urban athletics up here, man. You mad?
1-6 is the winner. Kai won second, 21-38. Jane Collins third, 21-40.
Them are going to adjust in volume from now, because I know Pastor.
55. There we see the.
It look like Rob Smith a pray hard, you know.
On the 200 meters.
Rob Smith a play hard. All right, so the under 20 girls are on track. The under 20 girls are on track. So I'm going to close the poll right as now. Because the under 20 girls are on track. Oh, after the under 20 boys. So we have Tanis Green from St. Catherine, Siobhan Grant from Titchfield, Kristen Herbert from Omod, Samaya Brown Immaculate, Chevian Shim Immaculate, Sabrina Dakri Lakovia, Fatuma Conde Guinea, and Tiana Rooms St. Mary. So those are your finalists in the girls under 24 200 meters. So let's see how this one will go. We are called Gabby Thomas. Why you saying? Come on, people. We're some to get back 1 point urban athletics. Urban athletics, what kind of sentence is that? I'm not hearing a Pastor.
I'm hearing you loud and clear now. So are you hearing me now?
Yeah, okay, I hear you now.
Yeah, so that means the
why are you saying?
Good night. Good night to
good
everybody
night.
in the chat. Everybody in the chat.
Oh, was the Sabbath?
The Sabbaths are not.
Pastor get kicked off again, people. Where is Samsung? Where is Samsung, people? Because look where urban athletics have up.
Sabbaths are normally very, very good. It was a very good service yesterday too, and we had visitation in the afternoon after church service, so that pretty much made for a better day. But Sabbath was very good.
Okay, who you have winning the 200 meters on the female side?
I don't know that I remember off the top of my head all the persons I heard was in there, but I'm hoping for persons like Brenna Williams to do well. I hope she has enough in the tank coming from the 100 trials. There is.
So we see the athlete there in lane at number 7.
What is this I'm looking? Coach, put up the list of the finalists again for me.
Favorite in lane number 6.
200 meters.
Sabrina Ducker. She's
woman senior final. Yeah.
Top 23, or at least beat her.
I am hoping for a resurgence with Kemba Nelson too. I know. I believe Ashanti Moore might win. She might be the person I'm thinking might win. Shania Douglas, as a young lady having nothing to lose, might feel she can upset the apple cart.
See how best she can navigate.
And lane number 1, Tanis Green off St. Catherine.
I'm going to call it Ashanti Moore to win.
27.84 for Green. In lane number 1.
And then the other 2 places is I'm calling it between Jodie and Kemba and Brianna Williams.
Okay.
Absent as well, Tiana Rooms. Not there either.
I hope they make the qualifying standard, because we will be send we will have 4 in this event too, right? Because we have Sharika running as defending champion, correct? Coach?
Yeah, man, me I hear you.
No, I'm asking for memory's sake. Isn't Sharika the defending champion?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll have 4. We'll have 4, because looking on based on the times they have done since this year, people might be thinking, oh, it's a light field, but I'm only hoping that they attain the qualifying standard, and so they'll have what 2 months, 2 July, August, yeah, 2 clear months to tweak whatever they need to tweak and to get refined so that they can be competitive on the day. So I'm at 8 weeks. If yeah, 8 weeks can get you into proper shape. So uh, I'm thinking we should have at least 2 of the persons of the 3 that will qualify from this finals to join Sharika in the semifinals, and then we'll take it from there.
How me delusional now, urban athletics? Tell me how me delusional. Just make the statement. Let me see and clarify anything else there. Tell me, why are you now saying that I'm delusional? Talk to me. Yeah, Pastor, you're right about in terms of prep for the championship. That would be a whole lot of time for them. So yeah, but the interesting, they would want to make that 22.5, which is a qualifying standard. So let's see how they go about doing it.
Yeah, I think with our administration not seeing it fit to move the date closer to championship, I think what they should be focused about now is one, making the team. So I'm hoping our best bet athletes make it in those 3 positions, and secondary to that would be to, as early as possible, attain the qualifying standard. I know they will have 2 months or maybe 9 weeks, 9 weeks to world championship, but I would want them to attain the standard now so that they are focused on actually just final preparations rather than having
Yeah,
to be focused on getting a time at a later
exactly.
date.
And that's why I'm mad with Rashid McDonald for slowing down at the line. You can't put that to chance. You understand? Go slow up
Yeah.
on the line and not get the qualifying standard. 400, what, 400 of a second, something like that, or whatever it is.
It gives you too much to do in the time between now and then.
When you should be
'Cause-
preparing for the finer details of your
yeah,
race, man.
yeah, yeah. So, but this I heard some persons speaking about Jamaica track and field pretty much disintegrating. Not so. I don't. I want to put this in a way that I'm not coming across offensive, but I don't think that those persons who are echoing that have a real experience in track and field or an eye for what is happening across the spectrum in terms of Jamaica. While we might have less pointed stars or point stars, we have a wider cross section now than any other time in our history. The
But Pastor, let me say something here. Let me say something here, Pastor. You see these persons who are talking to, they are the same ones who made a lot of noise on Friday saying that we are back on these because we're at our weaker events now. All over again, things have started to crumble.
But when you look at the cadre of young athletes that we have, I am one of those persons who would have
past Gallimore. Big run by Seymour there. Sorry, Pastor. Big run by Seymour.
You have to keep the commentary going. You don't need to apologize for that. When you look at the cadre of
so let me give the times. Let me give the times, Pastor.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Seymour of William Nib clipped Gallimore online 20.85, Gallimore 20.91, Zachary Cox, Carnor College 21.35, Swain Carr, St. Elizabeth 21.37, Romaldo Smythe 21.42, Jaheim White 21.97, Nicholas Robinson 22.38, Antonio Powell 27.66. That is the field and the times that they run. Big win by Seymour over Gallimore in the boys. Under 20, 200 meters. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying, if you take the 100 meters female finals, when you look at the cadre of young female sprinters that was on display, I'm one of those who would have loved to have had a fit Elaine, Shelley on her final hurrah, and Sharika at her best. But I was pleasantly satisfied to see the strides the young cadre is making. It gives a kind of a hope and satisfaction that I'm overjoyed. All of these young sprinters are trying to say we are not the next generation. We are now. When Tina coming back from injury to win, I would have loved to have her sister being fully fit, but then who wouldn't we have going to World Championship in that top three? Who would you want to take out? Sharika or Shelly? Who would you want to take out? Because this is what makes a strong team, because you don't have to run. And I hope we look at this in the best possible way. You don't have to run anybody that you don't want to overwork in your relays because of the 6 or 7. I'm going to go the 7 that completed the race, because I don't know if Tia will be sufficiently recovered to be coming back that she can be in consideration. Other than that, I would have said all 8 of them. You could select your 3 and carry the 5 of them to make sure your relay is as good as it can be. So these are happy times for me. I really don't understand why people make the statements they do. So
yeah. Anna, people are going to talk about Elaine. Whether you like it or not, Elaine is a staple in Jamaica's track and field. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Coach, these people who have a fixation on a particular athlete, do they realize that don't make them a track and field fan? That just make you love one person or not love another person? I spent my life on the play field. Like, when it comes to sporting disciplines that I've participated in, it is not just the person or personality that I am fixated on. It's the actual discipline. Now, if you're going to talk about the best female sprinters the world has ever seen, there are some names that are going to come up. Elaine is one of them. So it's not a business for me if you don't like Elaine. If you're talking track and field, you have to say Elaine.
Yeah, man,
Unless
you
you're
have to
talking male
mention
sprints.
Ilian. Yeah.
Unless you're speaking male sprints. That's the
She,
only time you don't mention.
she have to be in a conversation. No matter if she fit or she unfit or she injured or she not injured, Ilian just have to be a part of the conversation. I
When
just thought like
God's
when you talk about a double, she have to be in the conversation.
she's the only person to have ever done it.
Plus plus a 10-5-4. Yeah, chat say man.
I don't
Everything
people.
track. But you have to look on it from a standpoint. What Pastor is saying, if you have to talk about track and field, and if you say you love track and field, your favorite name will come up, or even one that is not your favorite name might not come up. So you have to look on it from that standpoint. Ilian name
Yeah,
will
because
come up, right now will come up. Shelly name will come up, right now will come up. I just one of them things
if
there.
you talk about if you talk about female sprints, though I don't, there are very few USA athletes I cheer for. If you talk about international female sprints, you will have to mention Flojo. She is the record holder. Like her, love her, hate her, don't want to have anything to say about her. That's not an issue. You're talking track and field. She's the world record holder.
Yes,
If you're gonna,
sorry, Pastor. Yes, Taik Orton. Broadbell is second in the world, so his medical exemption is valid. But again, when you look at the field, he has to prove himself because all of these athletes who were in that race finished 1 to 3. They already have the qualifying standard. So that is also something he has to prove his fitness. And I think that is how the medical exemption works.
yeah, he will find a meet somewhere and run a time that is going to suggest he's better than those in the three.
Yes. And yes, Broadbell Parchment came sixth in that race, 13:39. So Broadbell is not Broadbell, Parchment. Parchment came sixth. He couldn't find an answer. So the youngsters, Tyler Mason has been knocking at the door. The door might be shut on him as well. So let's see.
I don't think we value sufficiently the contributions of athletes.
Anna, I think you're doing too much there, so Anna. The man I give her a point and him use Alien as a part and making his point. Me not think it should be a biggie. Or y'all try shoot down him point because you don't want to hear about Alien. Freedom of speech.
No, but coach, how long has Vernica Campbell been off the scene? How long has Alison Phoenix been off the scene?
Hold on the pastor. Remember your point. I'm gonna answer one question. Shea Brown, we don't know if Tia is gonna be a part of the team, the relay team. Again, Tia has to prove her fitness. Remember, so she did not finish the race. She did not finish the race, Shea Brown. So it has to be a case where she has to prove her fitness, and then the selectors will work from there. But she can't just automatically be selected when she did not finish the race. So you have to look at it from that point of view.
The only way she would have been selected not finishing the race is if she was the defending world champion over that distance. And so all she needed to do was to prove fitness because she's the defending champion, so she have an automatic slot. Barring that, she will have to prove her fitness, and then the consideration of those selecting the team in terms of how you pick the athletes would be on the selectors. I was saying, for persons speaking track and field, when you're talking about your best team, they're not going to be running. Jamaica is not going to be running against Jamaica when we go to World Championship. So you have to talk about the best possible representation that we can put forward. I would have loved to see Shelly on her last hurrah have a fit Elaine, a fit Sherika with all the young guns shooting at her. That would make for a kind of a nostalgic farewell at the National Stadium. And that's the point I was making. Now, for all those who are upset with me using Elaine, you can go drop off a very high cliff because Elaine, when you speak about female sprints, is among the best to have ever spiked a track. And I am not going to defend that. I know everybody have their favorite athletes, but I am a track and field supporter. So while I don't cheer for athletes from every country, there are certain athletes that has impacted the sport in a way that I cannot not mention them, even when they're from the country that I don't so support.
But the fact is that, and I saying that we every day we are talking about alien. I first time we are talking about alien over the 4 days.
But coach,
And
what is wrong
why
if
the mention of alien name burn her so much? I don't understand that.
no, but
And so
coach, if
I
we
should
were
be
talking
respect
about
name.
Elaine, if we were talking about Elaine every day on every podcast, what would be so wrong about it? She's the only double sprint champion the world has ever seen. Female sprint champion, double. So what would be wrong? People still go back and watch the Jesse Owens story. How long that happened?
Oh, so Rocky Hill, what you're saying? Broadbell is fifth in the world. If that is the case, he's in trouble. If that is the case, he's in trouble. If he's not second, if he's not in the top 3 in the world, then he might be in trouble where this is concerned. But let's see what will transpire. Rocky Hill is world ranking according to World Athletics second. So Shem is debunking that what Rocky Hill is saying. Rocky Hill is looking on just his pure times throughout the year, but according to ranking. But is it the ranking that they're going to be using or the time in the world? That is the thing,
A couple of inches off, and that would have the quote unquote.
I did
That
not say
might
anything bad about Elaine. You just got aggy because somebody said something about Elaine. You say why we are talking about this a fit Elaine. Every day we get up and talk about it. So we are wonder why you get so aggy when people mention Elaine's name. Is that question me ask you know? Me know Rocky would have don't want Broadbell for going now because he knows that Broadbell are the big something there now.
are the big threat.
Broadbell are the big threat.
So 2 jumps has gone over.
But you don't know what Jamaica use for exemption, so you cannot say timing in the world. What if it is ranking that we use?
And do they have a set policy? Do they have a set policy that they have decided on that they use? Because they could fluctuate between both.
Yeah.
They could look at both. They could fluctuate between both. So,
yeah, I have to go find that out and bring back that information.
That might make for an interesting read.
Yeah.
What's their position on that?
So RDD is saying it's ranking, but what's his name? Rocky Illa said it is time. So I'm going to find out if it is ranking or time. For what I know, I think it is ranking, but nothing is wrong with double checking.
Information dispels doubt. I mean, we can do it with that read. But so, coach, as it relates to the men, hurdles, we won't have our big star finish 6th.
Yes.
Won't have him. Won't have Broadbell. Well, uncertainty with Broadbell.
women's
Well,
100
the guard
meter.
has to be changed at some time, so we celebrate the young men that
There,
have decided to stake their claim.
and the athletes are out. Here we see the lineup.
So the 200 meters is on track now. Shania Douglas, Brianna Williams, Naisha Berger, Gabriel Matthews, Ronisha McGregor, Shanti Moore, Kemba Nelson, Jodine Williams. This one is going to be tight. This one is going to be a cat fight to see
Spot the
who.
lane assignments. Spot the lane assignments.
Those are your lane assignments I just read out.
Oh, from 1 to 8.
Yeah.
Come
Oh,
on, Bree.
Douglas have the tight curve. Ooh. What you call Brenna Williams' name early too. So should I in a 2? I am not sad for that. She has everybody in front of her.
There's it on the screen, Pastor.
She has everybody in front of her. I like that.
People, remember, Brianna is 1N here. Brianna is 1N. Don't let me get the next text message. Yeah, man. What do you get a text message says it's Brianna or Brianna?
I didn't know she was caught up on her name like I am. Don't misspell my name. I'm not answering to anything other.
Everybody caught up in the spelling of them name, man. To be honest.
No, some people it don't bother them.
Well,
it becomes a legal issue. It becomes a legal issue very quick.
Yeah.
But I mean, some people it don't bother them. It bothers me. I don't like you to mispronounce my name. I don't like you to misspell it.
I guess in this case, Pastor, it is because there are more than one Brennas out there.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, Melissa, them I watch one.
Come on, Bree, run the corner.
Brianna, I want you on the team so bad, girl. You've got to make it individually. And then with 2 months to go, you get sharper. Ashanti Moore in lane 6. I guess Matthews and Berger, based on the time they came in the finals with, have said that we're going to be Matthews and McGregor, rather, because they're in the center of the field.
So they use the world ranking. So we don't have to worry about what Rocky Hill is saying. They use the world ranking, and besides, he's the fastest Jamaican. He's ranked second in the current world ranking, and he's the fastest Jamaican.
But coach, kudos must be given to Shania Douglas for such a young to get to the 200-meter finals. She don't have nothing to lose.
You can say that in a Pastor, but when you look at it, our 200 field is really weak, though, you know. Hence the reason Shania can easily make this 200-meter team. So I'm not gonna say it is because she's all that and a bag of chips. She's a very good athlete, yes. But when I look at our 200 meters athletes, on both male and female, very, 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 very weak to ask you.
The times would substantiate how you are putting it forward, but I'm looking at in terms of the more senior 200 sprinters who have been there for a time. So that's why I would say it the way I'm saying it, but the times would seriously justify how you are putting it forward, that we're not knocking down the doors with the times that are being posted. But I'm just looking at it from the perspective of all of these ladies are in terms of seniority ahead of her two or so seasons, 2 or so years. You know, so I just want to
on that premise, I agree with you.
On the male side, well, I don't know. I thought Hudson would have come back after he got that injury. Um,
Apparently, he did not. Apparently, he did not recover from the injury, hence the reason he's not here. Ryan G. Rashid Broadbell is the fastest Jamaican over the hurdles. Who faster than Rashid Broadbell? Tell me, Ryan G.
Preparing for the World Championships, as opposed to waiting for another month or so to then try to make the team. So I think the Jamaican athletes know.
No, from the perspective of me, I talk, Tracy B. From a senior perspective, she's not all that on a bag of chips. From a junior perspective, she's all that on a bag of chips. Oh, no, don't try contradict me.
Coach, do they not understand that when you get to the senior level, it's your time that makes you all that on a bag of chips?
Exactly.
It's not winning a race. It's the time. Adjust the times.
Chill, man.
We don't have the times that are knocking down the doors of the world in the 200-meter discipline on either male or female.
Pastor Blake is on the phone, Anna White. The 200 meters on track now. They are about to run.
All right.
Ryan G. It's one N in Brenner's name.
Don't let we have to get legal counsel to inform you. Okay, Brianna. Do this because we want your spark your comeback. Do this, Brianna. Do this. Make the team. Then you have 2 months if you didn't make the time. You have to make a statement. You didn't make the 100-meter team. So you're not going to be in the relays. Coach, you got unmuted.
Yeah, man, me know. Me that say something when I don't want the people them to hear.
Okay.
Come on, Brady.
Wait, who was a come on, Brady? Somebody else a cheer for Brianna make the team?
Yeah, man. Yo, Brianna look like she false start, brother. Brianna look like she false start. Oh my word. This is
All right. Find a technical flaw with the starter's gun. Give her a green card and put her back in the race. Oh no. She knows she have to get out of that hairpin then, man. They have disqualified her?
Yeah, they have.
Oh hell no. All right, so no Brianna Williams for World Championship. All right.
Ashanti win.
Nelson, but they come down the stretch now. This is an open affair. This looks like anybody's race now. Ashanti Moore, Kimber Nelson Company, Nisha Berger coming through. Ashanti Moore is crowned a national champion for the first.
Ashanti Moore taking it in 22.66, positive 1.0 meters per second. Gabriel Matthews, 22.80. Ronisha McGregor, 22.86. Jodine Williams, 23 seconds. Kemba Nelson, 23.02. Shania Douglas, 23.21.
Right.
Naisha Berger, 23.25. But guess what, people? All of these athletes have not made the qualifying time, which should have been 22.50. So that is a big thing.
That's a big thing. No, coach. Now people are seeing that what you were saying in terms of the times for the team is shallow.
Exactly.
In previous years, we would not be worrying about the three we're sending in terms of qualifying times, because they would have all have made the qualifying times even before trials. So
they have to go and make that qualifying standard. That is the thing. Have to make the standard.
So rather than working on fine tuning for the next 2 months, they'll have to find a meet somewhere to post that time.
Oh yes, Berger has the standard, you know. And I think did Brianna make that standard? Wow. So if those ladies don't make the standard, probably Naisha will be joining Sherika Jackson. Big up to Ashanti Moore. Pastor, fun fact, I used to coach Ashanti Moore.
So you have a big bird. Okay. That's very good. Kudos to you.
And all top 3 were from Heidel. Our former Heidel. Gabrielle used to go Heidel, and she switched over to Queens. So you have to give Queens kudos on that too. And you have to give Ronisha, I think she used to attend what's that school? I forgot the name of the school. So I have to give the school kudos.
But coach, you see what happens now? Nisha Berger didn't execute to be in the top 3 here. But if she have had the qualifying standard, she will be the one that they'll have to send if these 3 ladies don't meet the qualifying standard.
Yes, definitely. Of course, Sherika again is the reigning champion, so she automatically is there. She will be Naisha Berger will be the one to join her if they don't make the A standard. Also, to the men, they have to run 20.16 to make that qualifying standard. So this is definitely the wind reading just now for the female was positive 1.0 meters per second. Let's see if this can hold up for the men and help them in making that qualifying standard. But they
Question,
have to run a big race.
I heard you ask if Brianna had met the qualifying standard before this. Can you confirm that? I heard you ask. I have not been able to watch enough of these things to have those. You see, what people don't understand is that despite you speaking about track and field as a discipline, there are some persons that you kind of have an affinity to, your favorite sprinters, but you cannot say what is not there. So you speak about what's there despite your favorite or the persons you have affinity toward. Yeah.
And another fun fact, Pastor. Another fun fact, Chris Taylor in the men.
Oh, you coach Chris Taylor too? I want Chris Taylor is one of those male athletes I want on the team just because of his personality and the kind of fight you get from hearing him speak about the challenges he has had and how he come back from them. It's a person you want to actually see get the opportunity to display what they have.
All right, Brianna Williams does not have the standard. She was 22.69.
Oh no. All right, Brianna. And next year is not a world competition year.
Yeah, man. Next year they're gonna have the world competition here, man. In September again. The big World Athletics meet.
You know, this is his stronger event. He's going for it. 20.16 is a long way for him to go.
Number 6.
All right, so Shavar Reed, Michael Campbell, Taekwondo Tracy, Odain Crooks, Brian Lavelle, Christopher Taylor, Adrian Carr, Kadrian Golson. This one is gonna be a dog fight. If you think the female was a cat fight, this one is gonna be a dog fight.
All right, so Lavelle have a statement to make because of the mishap in the 100. Christopher Taylor is on a comeback hurrah. So I'm calling it Lavelle, Taylor, and Golson. In that order. But Golson, they are lane 8, so he have to go run out and skin. Because him not see nobody. Anytime him starts see nobody, you know that the race is over.
Rico, they no worry about that, man. I can't give no more names, Can't go to Google no more names.
Did you have another celebrated one that is just going pro? She was in college recently with interest.
Pastor, you know what go on.
Yeah.
I learned quick, Pastor. I learned quick,
No,
man.
no. The thing is, I haven't been able to follow track and field like I used to, but it is something that I pay attention to. I ran track for a few years.
What? Which event?
Anything from 800 to 10Ks.
You tell me which event you specialize in, Pastor. That is too vague.
No, I ran 800, 1500, 3000, 5000, 10Ks. That's what yeah.
All right. So
at the distances.
Hold on, the race is on. Look at Brian Level take this one.
Come on, Sheila.
Brian Level is all right. So Brian Neville has made the qualifying standard, people. Brian Neville has made the qualifying standard, defending his title 20.10. Christopher Taylor 20.28, just missing out on the qualifying standard. Adrian Carr 20.49, just missing out on the qualifying standard. Kadrian Golson 20.57. Taekwondo Tracy 20.60. Michael Campbell 20.80. Odain Crooks 20.97. Shaboy Reed 21.08. Christopher Taylor, Brian Lavelle, and Adrian Carr are the three athletes that are
all right.
going to, except for Chris and Adrian. They have to find some races where they can get that qualifying standard. Big up to Brian Lavelle for defending his title stoutly. Despite the challenges that he had in the 100 meters, he was able to come back and take this one. Not a super Brian Lavelle, but whatever they did, it worked so that he can come out
efficient
easily. Yes,
efficient. So all he needs to do is basically just go get tweaked for championships because he don't have to worry about no qualifying standard. So that's efficiency at its best.
All right, so
That's
Chris,
efficiency
Chris,
at its
what
best.
Christopher is matriculating nicely, you know. I believe that
Yeah.
he can get that time before the end of the qualifying period because I believe he has been improving incrementally. You remember he's just coming back from a two and a
Yeah.
half hiatus, you know. So for him to be doing these times and improving, then that simply means all he needs is some more races so that he can actually go ahead and get the qualifying standard. I
I think
believe
he
it.
did. I think his management team did the right thing. He will improve easier to meet the qualifying standards for the 200 meter than for the 4. So when they took the decision to put him in the 1 to kind of sharpen him for the 200, I think that was a very good decision, and it is paying dividends. Um, Hopefully the cutoff point is nowhere in July, so in another 2 weeks or so he can find a meets and go somewhere. Hopefully there's a meet somewhere where there's sufficient altitude, and that gives him a easy, so he can concentrate on refining, keep refining going into, because him coming back will need more races in between now and championships to get him ready to be a contender, because that 200 meter field is not light on the world stage.
Yeah, definitely. The athletes have a lot of work to do, though. They have a lot of work to do, especially the ones who have not met the qualifying standard. It would be a travesty to see only Sherika and Naisha Berger representing us in that 200 meters
Hmm.
and only Brian
Yep.
Level. So definitely would love to see. I mean, even just to test the waters out there in those events, you know what I mean? So that they can uh actually get a taste of the world stage.
There's a lot of there's
They
a lot
have
of
not been there,
personal
though. Go
there's
ahead.
a lot of personal gratification that can be gained from it, from the exposure. So go ahead. This is your chosen discipline. Go ahead, put in the work, meet the qualifying standard, and when you get to the championship, you take it from there. A whole lot of things can happen. Brianna just false start. Brianna is one of the most consistent, best starters in sprints. She just false start. So you might get to the world championship, and in your heat, the best athlete in their false start, and you just happen to meet the time to get to the semis. You don't wish in anything on any athlete, no matter where they're from. But things happen. This is track and field.
Yeah, Brian Level is saying that it was a bad finals for him in the 100 meters. And he actually just did the simple thing of making the qualifying standard rather than going fast because his body was a little bit sore and he wanted to ensure that he maintains his body rather
Yeah.
than trying to overwork himself. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
that was smart.
What are your thoughts about these national championships?
We're in the
That's
east
good.
now, and we're at the end of June now, the 29th of June, and when you have a fastest
Pastor, do you believe that the 100 meter that he did affected his 200 meters owing to the fact that he got the qualifying standard?
I think it has to. Psychologically, one, because of the disappointment. When you build yourself up that I am capable to do this, but you didn't even execute to your best, it keeps you questioning your relevance, your whole preparation. So it has to. If only psychologically, it has to. And then from what you're communicating, that he just said when they interviewed him, that he just wanted to make the qualifying standard rather than be pushing to run fast. It That is telling its own story, that yes, it affected him. So he had to refocus in another way or other than for this particular event to ensure rather than to think about laying down anything. You just want to, for want of a better term, he Germanied it out. Just the mechanicals, getting the mechanics right, and yeah, and do that. We'll take everything in strides going forward. But I think it did affect him.
The best
Okay.
there for me. Delana Kennedy as well in the
He's one of the few who would have done the sprint double.
The sprint double.
And he still ended up winning the 100 meters. So I don't know. And he got the qualifying time. Yeah, I don't think he needed to go sub 20 this time around, you know, because of how his body, he said that his body felt sore. So him just go about maintaining and try to qualify rather than go for a fast time, because it tells me that he could have gone faster based on what he said.
All right. I believe his muscles are sore more from the psychological hurt of not executing in the finals of the 100-meter than from physical, because registering him for both events, the coach prepared him physically. I think he was equipped physically to impact both events. Whether or not he would have qualified in the 100 meters is an altogether different matter, but to impact it, so he would have at least been expected to be up there in the conversation rather than to be at the back end of things. So I'm not worried about his physical preparedness. I am trusting that the coach ensured he is prepared to do both disciplines. So hearing him say that makes me confirm that he could have gone much faster. Let me not just say faster, but having not executed efficiently or sufficiently in the 100-meter finals, he had to make sure that the basic mechanics were employed and just get through to get what is required out of the way. Qualifying standard and winning out of the way, rather than saying who I am in my execution. Just get it done, and then I'll say who I am when I get to World Championships.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, yeah, Gary, I agree. The fact that he ran two personal best in 2 rounds of the 100 meters. Was it 2 rounds? No. He got 9. Did he run a PB in the finals? No. I think he did 9:99 in the first round and a PB in the semifinals. So it wasn't two-time Gary. Wasn't 2-time, you know.
No, but if you're in PB shape, it tells you that you were physically prepared.
Yeah.
And the fact that he finished at the back of the pack in the 100-meter finals is not the issue. The issue is that he didn't execute according to his training methodologies. So because you could have still done everything right and the field was that much better than you, so you're at the back of the pack. But him not executing, his body literally took a beating because he knows he's better than that. You're supposed to put out what you put in training out there, which he didn't. So that is more a beat up on him than him not finishing in the conversation.
Yeah. All right. Big up to the people then. Yeah, go on, Pastor. Finish your statement, Pastor.
No, I wanted to say the fact that he's running the 200 meters, I would have been very careful to put him in my relay pool, even if he didn't qualify for the 100 meters, to run the curve when we are resting any of our athletes, if we need to rest anybody that we think is not at 100, but we're going to need them for the finals. So, but him finishing at the back of the pack kind of shuts him or closes the door on him in the relay pool, and they might question that. So him coming now in the 200 meters might open back the door for consideration in the relay pool, because he has already met the qualifying standards. Whether or not they go that route is another matter.
Yeah, definitely. All right, we're gonna close out the show now. Big up Pastor for joining us. Big up to the other persons who came out, in the chat. Big up everybody who support the stream. Please remember to like the video, share the content, subscribe if you are new, so that you can be always updated on all that happens where the track and field is concerned. As usual, we try as best as possible to give you all the necessary information to keep the fans abreast on all happenings track and field. So big up on yourself. Next up will be Prefontaine, so we'll be giving us some updates where that is concerned. So big up everybody. Big up Joe. Yes, sir. Big up. Oh yeah, Melissa. I gotta check out Sir P video. Yeah, man, I check out Sir P video because me and same talk about some Jago athlete. I have to find out what go on this. So Pastor, again, big up yourself. Enjoy the rest of your weekend or your Sunday evening. And as you go throughout the week, stay blessed.
Blessed week to all.
Yeah, man. Big up everybody. Until next time, people. Stay.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.